Let's see who's going to be with us this afternoon. It is Sunday, the 16th of July, 2023. We're live here on Online Live Psychic Readings. Thanks go out to Veronica for allowing me to work with you this afternoon. See who's here. Wait for some names and wait for some comments to come up, and then we'll begin. Let's see. Comments. There we go. I can see some comments coming up. I am on the wrong tab, but now I'm not. There we go. So, yes, as I say, it's Sunday the 16th of July. My name is Simon, and I'm here to do a few mini reads this afternoon. If you haven't seen me before, I play around with Oracle and Tarot and dice, runes, and tonight I'm going to use a group of objects. Hello, Jackie. How are you? Thank you for joining in this afternoon. Appreciate it. It's a lovely day where I am. If it's a lovely day where you are, thank you. Whereabouts are you? Whereabouts are you in the world? Hi, Lisa. How are you? Thanks for joining us. I felt inclined this afternoon to get some objects out and kind of read with those. If you haven't seen me use those before, and it's a good chance you haven't, I have if I can hold it up to the screen, a collection of various objects which I sort of cast down and read from. Any Facebook users? Some of you are coming up as Facebook users, so you'll need to give StreamYard permission by clicking on the link, which I believe is there. First time, yep, thank you for watching. Appreciate you watching. Hello, Alison, how are you? Let's got a couple more. Hello, Nadine. Use these objects and see what I get. Let's see who I'm going to connect with. Okay. Alison, Alison, I think I want to come to you first of all. Alison Moody, so hello. Okay. So what I will do, because it was lovely for you to be able to see and not just imagine what I'm doing, I'll show you. So there are the objects. Hopefully it's a better picture than I can see that I've thrown down in front of me. And we'll start with what we've got. Hi, Victoria. Thank you for joining. Okay. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. There are 17 objects here. I won't read all of them and what I feel with them, but I'll go through to the ones that I'm drawn to. So right in the center, and if I can try and show you, I will. Yes, I can. Right in the center, there is a white howlite carved angel. There she is. Okay. So if I don't get to say hello or good evening, it's because I'm reading and I don't see the message and not being rude. I used to the description when I describe this. Yes, it's howlite. Yes, it's an angel. When I'm casting it, usually it falls face up or face down. But only once in 3.5 years has she landed when she stood up. That for me feels something different. But she landed face up. She was laying down, face up. So this is me imagining, feeling that Alison, you are you're wanting. You're kind of looking up, arms bare, saying, "Come on, where is it? What's happening? What's going on?" But also, there's an element of searching there as well. Got to write that down before I forget. I'm kind of looking up. There's also that kind of looking up with awe and wonder. So there's a whole plethora of feelings with this. It's a kind of laid bare, looking up what next, where am I going, what for, but also with that awe and wonder. And this was right at the center of the pack, as it were. So it feels very much as if you are expecting something, wanting something, waiting for something right now. More so than of late, more so in the last 6 months. You feel that perhaps you're ready, you're looking for a sign, a signal, or whatever, that kind of thing. And it's part of your central kind of thinking process at the moment, as if it's something that you can't quite let go of. Hello, people that are joining us. Thank you very much. It's everything you're doing has got a kind of link to this want, this need, or this search. Next to, in fact, touching the angel was this unusual looking piece of rock. I'll hold it up. There you are. It was found locally. It was found locally on the beach where I live. I don't live on the beach, but I live by the sea. And I picked it up. I don't know what it is. It isn't a hagstone because there's no hole in it. To me, it just made me think of the brain and the thinking process. And this was touching the angel. So for that to be that close, this is something that's not only on your mind, but I feel that whatever it is you're waiting for, looking for, that kind of thing, it's something that's going to raise your vibration, isn't the phrase I'm looking for. It's going to raise your awareness, raise your intelligence, raise your meaning. Intelligence isn't the right word. It's going to raise your game, your status, kind of thing. It's almost as if, for example, you are learning to do Reiki and you're going from Reiki 1 to Reiki 2. You're going to feel yourself lifted and in a much better position. It could be you all started to go on some sort of other course where you're going to elevate yourself that way. Okay. What do I need to talk about? I need to talk about this one. Okay. I'll hold it up as closely as I can. I'm hoping you can see that this stone, Alison, I haven't seen a comment come back from you just yet. Hi, Kim. I don't know if you can see this very clearly. I don't know if the camera's picking it up. That's a bit better. It's a kind of bluey grey, blacky green stone with like pink and blue mosaic bits on it. It's not a mosaic, it's an actual stone. It's called Kesera, or Kesera, I believe you pronounce it. It's the stone which embodies it is what it is. It's kind of, that's the way it is, and I can't do anything about it. Now, this was the stone which was furthermost from the pack. There's the proof, right? It's this one here, furthermost from the pack. So kind of spinning almost out of your remit, out of control. It's something that's on the outers. It's almost at the okay. I don't think you like being out of control, and I feel that this was right out there because I think you might be a fixer. And I'm not going to say you like to control things. Yes, I'm learning Reiki and all that sort of spiritual. I thought, no, I'm going to fit into this at the start of the journey. Okay, smashing. Good for you. This one being on the outer edge makes me feel as if you're not comfortable with just letting things. You know, sometimes we get into these situations and somebody will say, you know what, you just got to ride this one out because you've got to let it be. It is what it is kind of feeling. And I don't feel that at this point in time, that's a feeling you feel comfortable with. I know when I work spiritually, as it were, I had to buy every book going on the subject, every crystal book, every this, that, because I wanted to know. I just didn't want to have that kind of vague feeling when somebody asked me a spiritual based question, or if I wanted the question answered, I needed to know the answer. But I found that as time passed, I became more relaxed with the feeling of not knowing. But I did know because the answer was already inside, kind of thing. It didn't matter if so and so author said this, or so and so author did that, or particular mentor said this. It's what I felt comfortable with. And I think you might be at that stage at the moment where you're learning, you're taking all this information on, you're getting questions that nobody else is answering, and it doesn't feel quite right for you to not to know. Hence why this is on the outer edge, spinning around. It is what it is. So I think this is one of those suggestions that, you know what, it's okay to not know all the answers. They will be with you when you're ready for them, etc. What else do I want to look at? We've got the golden Hilda. Yeah, I am learning, but deal with going out my comfort zone. Yeah. It's when you embark on a spiritual journey, it's not only I felt the kind of unlearning what you've learned for yourself, but then that journey outside, not physically perhaps, but that kind of you walk in the talk and talk in the talk and be eating and breathing this kind of this way of life, as it were, if you want to call it way of life. What there's nothing else that's particularly dragging in my attention. The other crystals are looking fairly close with a circle format around you, which is good. The hand, the Fae, is looking up, so you're waiting again for dropping in. There doesn't appear to be any pain barrier or any sort of negativity, hurting sign of thing going on. The only other one that's slightly adrift from the pack was this. Now this I carved originally to be like a wishbone pendant from mahogany, but he never got to the end stage. So this in my collection represents choice and choice stroke directions, and sometimes it can land perpendicular to the pack where you've got an impasse and you can't see the wood through the trees. Sometimes it lands that way, and this is you, and so you are branching out into different areas, different opportunities. But you had it this way. So if you were here, it was kind of like that. I don't know if you can see that. So it feels like your choices are slowly being refined. Choices, directions, focuses, all those lovely words are being refined to the actual one that is going to suit you the best for the time being. You know what it's like. You get an idea for this, you get an idea for that. You're trying to juggle all these different ideas and these ways of living and these processes and whatnot. Currently I'm juggling wood carving, electroplating, copper electroplating, with watercolors, with the readings, with all the crafts that I do, and they're all strings to my bow. But I need to say, right, which one I'm going to focus on, and that's what the wooden wishbone, as it were, was indicating, that your ideas are being streamlined to one. I'd say, not the best, but one that you need to focus on right now. Do you know what I mean? The others will sit in the wings for when you're ready to engage further with the different skill set, as it were. So try and narrow it down so that you're not here, there, and everywhere. But all the best, Alison. All the best. Chicken Simon is drawn to different people. I don't know what that's about. Oh, Chicken Mama is a different. So I'll leave that with you, Alison. Thank you. Right, let's take a breather. Catherine Newkirk, hello. Catherine, did you ever get your tattoo done? That isn't a personal question. I designed for her and her family a Nordic rune, bind rune tattoo for her and her sons, I believe it was. Hi, Christine. How are you? Glad to see you come. Hello, Zoe. Hope you're well. Hi, Paula. Hello, Angel. How are you? You're welcome, Alison. And if you're not part of my group, I'd love for you to come along and join the gang. The Straplines got my group there. Hey, Joe, nice to see you. Thanks for joining. Chicken Mama. Not because that's the most unusual name I've seen this week. But Chicken Mama, let's see where we are for you. And you are right. Sometimes, you know, it's cobblers and shoes and everything. Readers don't always get read for. And I will just say, because Alison sent this across, Alison, this is not a direct you've just reminded me. I don't often accept friend requests only because I didn't set Facebook up correctly. So my personal account is for my personal life and family, whereas the Simon, which is linked on here, is a closed group where you're more than welcome to join. So don't take it that I don't want any friends. I've just been bitten once or twice when the friend request got out of hand, and I had messages coming in all over the night, no, from all over the world. Well, I say all over the world, it felt like it at the time, for readers and things. And so I had to just say, you know what, I've got to protect myself and keep my own energies clear. So if I don't accept anyone's friend request, I'm not being a meanie old git, it's just protection. If I could set up Facebook all over again, I'd do things differently. But there you are. Right, chicken mama. One just fell. One just fell. I'm not having that. One just fell. Where are you? There you are. Right, I'm casting that lot again because these 17 are all part of a, I don't know what they call a collection of objects that you read from. Can't really call them a gaggle of objects or a relationship, but I'm not having them. Okay, so you have a different gathering. So let me take a photo to prove it to you. There you are. I hope you can see that. It may not be as clear as I'd like, but at least I can see I've moved the objects at least. Interesting enough, we've got the white howler angel again. She's on her back looking up, and she's far from the pack. You know, everything is clustered together, bar I'm going to say 3 objects. So, Chicken Mama, we've got the howler angel. So this again, he's looking up, but because she's far from the pack this time and not centralized, it's a feeling of let me phrase this carefully, because when you say you feel, there is a feeling of you being lost and left alone, if I say what I feel. As somebody in this genre of I don't know like calling it work, but in this thing that we do, again, very early on, I felt that if I wasn't getting anything through, or if I couldn't see or feel or clear, I used to think that I'd been left alone, or that it wasn't working, or I couldn't do it. It isn't. It's just something else needs. They need to leave you alone because something else needs priority. Needs your concentration. So, Chicken Mama, if you are feeling as if you are not getting answered, as if your connections aren't working properly, if you're just not feeling the cards or the tarot or the dice or whatever it is, just don't panic. Just let it happen. Just let it ebb and flow, and things will come back. It's a signal, a sign, or a hint for you to say, at this point in time, we're leaving you be because something else needs, I feel, your attention. Okay. Also, which is a bit bizarre considering we had this on the second one, you've got the Kaestira stone again on the outside. You do not like not knowing what's going on, and if you're telling me you're telling me that you can't feel that your own messages currently, maybe for you, I never read from, very rarely read for myself. This could all well be linked. I'm sure it is linked. Oh, give me a reason. The old asthma's kicking off again. Crikey. This is you've got to just ride with this. Chicken Mama, have you responded to this? I'm not sure. I don't think so. Just let it be for the time being. Let it be. Alison, send me a message. You're welcome, Alison. Thank you. Those two together, looking up and looking for that guidance and that support, and it's not happening. Just be assured it'll be back soon. I'm gonna definitely I'm thrilled to bits because all that doom and gloom about you're not getting a message, but easy up, girl, don't worry about it, it'll be back. Easy for me to say, but right in the center of your collection, I'm going to take it out this collection now. Can you prove that it was there? There it is. Right in the center was my, and I've got two pieces of this, and this is the piece that's not as pretty, so it's being used. It's a piece of Libyan desert glass. Now, those of you that collect these crystals, these wonderful rocks that life create, all know that desert Libyan desert glass is as vibrational, if not as powerful, as Moldavite. Highly vibrational, highly connected. This is you at the source, right in the center of your being. You have this gift, you have this vibration, you have this energy. It is there, right in the center at your core. So you're never going to lose it. It's just going to fade in and fade out when priorities need to be focused. If you can see next to the Libyan desert glass, there are two more crystals. You have got skeletal quartz, and you've got Herkimer diamond. So you know, I'm sure you know about skeletal quartz. This is opening those closets, getting rid of the cobwebs, getting to the heart of the matter. Chicken mama, this sounds really odd saying this, chicken mama, is there something right at your core which has come to light recently, which is playing on your mind so much so that you can't connect? There is something getting in the way. Whatever that is, or if you're not aware of it just yet, keep an eye out. It might be an old hurt or experience coming back in to kind of unsettle you somewhat. That's what it's there for. That is saying it needs to be aired, it needs to be processed, cried about, laughed about, shouted about, sorted. It's there. Herkimer diamond was also touching both of those. Herkimer diamond is there, my choice. I chose these objects together and what they meant for me, but this I put in here because you know, there's something like one chemical, there's an alignment in the chemical structure of this that stops it being a pure diamond. There's only something tiny about it that stopped it being a natural diamond, sort of thing. So it's telling us it's absolutely perfect to be ourselves. We don't have to live up to anybody else's expectations. I'm wondering if you had your confidence knocked as with this skeletal quartz. Has somebody said, oh, you know, perhaps a reading has gone pear-shaped, or there's been something that's jolted your oh, crazy mothers. Oh, okay. Has something kind of shattered, just knocked you for six a little bit, and you're just dealing with that. So the Herkimer says you're perfect the way you are, shine the way you're meant to shine, deal with any sort of issues that have cropped up, because that you are, you know, this being truly right at heart is absolutely wonderful. So just give it a bit of time, air some of those arguments or grievances or whatever they are, let them just dissipate and move back, and then you'll be back in the flow. Please do, and thank you for that. Let me take a breather, and we'll welcome anybody else that's just joined. Thank you for spending a little bit of time here Sunday afternoon in the UK. Yes, my name is Simon, and I'm using a collection of objects I put together almost a year ago, I think, or just under a year ago, after reading a few books on divination with stones and pebbles. And I thought, you know what, I'm going to gather some objects that mean things to me from around the house, and start reading with them. And they've been spot on. They've been really good. I don't know where you do your reading. Oh, bless you. Thank you for that. Thank you, Kim. If anybody would like to join my page, it's along the bottom there. It'd be lovely to have to see new faces. I didn't see, Kim, if you've got your tattoo yet, but it doesn't matter if you have or haven't. Right, so let's have a look. Let's have a breathing. Where are we going? Let's have a look, see. Sandra. Ennis. Fascinating. That's very kind of you. If I could show you the book I read half of, I would, but it's up there and I can't think what it's called. I can't think what it's called. Anyway, the crux of the matter is you haven't got it yet. By Christmas I'll send pictures. I'm not chasing, no rush, but just lovely to see it in the flesh, as it were. I do a little bit of design work and freelance stuff, and I designed Nordic bind runes, and Catherine had one designed with her family name in it. Right, Sandra, thank you for that. Appreciate your kind words. Yeah, in a nutshell, it is, you know, if you read oracle cards or tarot, it's, again, the card is just a way of triggering a feeling, an emotion, or giving a connection with the person you're reading for, which you could theoretically then, which you could then opt out of doing and use other things like runes or stones or pebbles or shells. I had a session some years ago with a psychiatrist, and they had a collection of seashells, and they asked me to relate a different seashell to different things about my life, as it were. It was fascinating, and I thought, actually, yeah, that was a very similar thing. So anyway, I've got these objects that I've collected from around the house, and we'll see what we get from you, Sandra. Sandra, let's show you the picture. Okay, the angel's right in the center again. I don't know how clear this image comes up. Be a little bit blurry, I don't know, but I'll pick up the objects and show you. Right at the center, we have got the angel again. The angel is laying on top of this. I hope my lighting's good. It's a bit poor in here at the moment. I've got the sunlight pouring in. So technically this was right at the center and the angel was on top of it. So we will talk about this first. So this is a boring old bit of roof slate, which was found on the beach and found that shape. So at some point, slate's been skimmed or whatnot on the sea, and it's been carved into this lovely, smooth, four-sided diamond type shape. I picked it up because I thought it was incredible to get it that shape anyway. But it's in my collection for two reasons. With my numerology research and understanding, and with a lot of others, I believe. 4 is regarding stability. Yeah, wheezing is coming back. It's always nighttime. Stability. And I'm not going to talk about what else comes with stability because I don't feel it's relevant at this moment. But a feeling of, I want to say, more calm and peace at the moment. Now, with 4 and my research, and I said this, I've said this before, 4's a time for you to say, right, okay, you've got your foundations in place. Things are pretty hunky-dory. Now's the time to take that break and have a look at how things are going. This is not like, oh, where do I want to be in 10 years' time sort of thing. Just reset the compass a little bit. Just reevaluate where you are. Are you more than happy with what's going on right now and okay? That's fine, we'll carry on. Or does it need tweaking a bit? We're not saying you need an earth-shattering, life-changing decision, but is there anything you could do with tweaking right now? Slate, being a roof tile, provides that shelter. So everything is fine with everything you're doing. It's not me saying you've got to look for that thing that needs sorting. That's not the case. Everything is fine with your fall, with your stability. You're dry, you're safe, you're fine. But with the fall, it's always a good choice to say, you know what? Let's just realign the stars a little bit and see where we can take this. The angel was laying on top of the slate. I know we've said on the first reading that the angel meant something for that lady. Here, it almost felt as if you were feeling really quite rested and calm and at peace. I know there's an awful lot going on in the world. Bills going up, fuel going up, food going up, job insecurity, this, that, and t'other. But I feel that on a kind of spiritual sense and a physical sense, I think that you're in a kind of safe place at the moment. You're saying you feel at peace has got it, yeah, happy, you feel at peace. There are times when you haven't been, and maybe while I'm feeling the emphasis on at peace, maybe you've come from a situation that's been a bit some major in recent months. Okay, so are you now, as I say, because I just said maybe it's not been that easy, are you now feeling that actually things are starting to get back to where they were, not were meant to be? They're starting to get back to some normality where you can take that breath and you can say, deep breath, okay, what's happening next? That's the kind of feeling you get. To the left of you, you had the Herkimer diamond, so energy around you. On the right of you, you've got the desert Libyan desert glass. You're doing a little better. I think you are. I'm not going to sound condescending in any way, shape, or form from somebody that's been right down there and back up again and back. I think if you just bear with me, just look back over the last few weeks, and I feel that if you were to look at the last few weeks, you're possibly doing a little bit better than just doing a little bit better than you were. We very often don't see the progress we make out of a situation. Because we just don't often see the little things that build up to the bigger things. You've got both of those stones to the left and right of you. You've also got just slightly above you. Yes, this is a piece of, but I have been karma. Good. That's a biggie one, isn't it? Karma is a big one. You've got the bone on your left shoulder. You've got, what's this stone called? Golden healer on the right. So you have that inner strength. This, rather than blowing smoke somewhere, this is not about saying, oh yeah, you can do it, just hunker down, you'll be fine. I think this one is saying, right, who can you now lean on to get that extra kind of help? Help sounds really negative. Who can you lean on? Who's got the strength that you can learn from and use? And with the other shoulder, the golden healer. This is a strength, learning, healing, not learning. Who can you learn from? Who can you heal with? Those sorts of things. Who can help you heal? Who can help you gain that strength that you need? On the outside of the collection, the pointy one by my finger here is an old nail. It's not what somebody has said before. Oh, it's a coffin nail. No, it's not. It's a horseshoe nail, an old one, I must admit. It's on the outside. This is the one that, for me, signifies and relates to pain, to grief, to heartache, that kind of thing. It's outside, but all these objects, imagine if they're all orbiting around you and we've taken a snapshot, this one's on the outside. There is pain there, but I kind of want to, I feel and want to say, I believe that it's not about the worst. You're over the worst of it. The pain's still there, but I feel it's got less of a grip on you at the moment. It still hurts. It still agonizes, etc. Whatever it is, grief or physical hurt or emotional hurt, it's there, but it doesn't occupy that central point of view as much as it did previously, as it were. Do you know what I mean? Rest, focus, ask for help. Look for those that can give you healing, physically, spiritually, emotionally. Look for those who can do the same as far as strength and support goes, and do it at a time and at a pace that fits for you, Sandra. All right? And thank you. Good afternoon, Stacey. Thank you. Kirsty Crooks here. Hello, how are you? I'm just going to take some of this because I can feel it going in. Victoria's here. Hello. All right, where are we going? Good evening, Fiona. I'm all right. Well, all right, Joe. Hello, Joe. How are you? I'm not going to ask for help. Asking for help, you know, there's the old adage, asking for help is the hardest thing you'll ever do, kind of thing. But if you ask it in the right places, I'm going to put it out there that local support groups, which are in your community that are confidential, may well be a good place. And nobody knows you where you are. Nobody knows, you know, you go for the reason that's perhaps linked to the situation, but they can be quite helpful if you feel it's necessary. Okay, let's go in there for, I think. Hi Claire, Flummer, how are you? Thanks for joining in. Jackie Driscoll. Hello, Jackie. They've spread out quite a way. Again, I'm hoping you can see, just to prove that they've spread out quite a way. So let me remove the ones that are orbiting out on the far there. You've only really got one in the center, which I'll begin with shortly. I'm just visualizing the others. You've got one in the center. Spin, spin, spin. Jackie, I don't know what you are, where you are, not what you are, where you are. I don't know where you are on, if indeed you are on a spiritual journey, development or whatnot. I don't know whether you collect crystals, whether you're into paganism or whatever it is, whether you've got oracle cards. In fact, you may just be a complete viewer rather than newbie. But right in the center, you have got, and again, this is quite an interesting one because we've had this already. And obviously, I shake them up in a bowl, I throw them out. You've got the Libyan desert glass. highly powerful, highly vibrational, and it's a connection to spirit, energies, that kind of thing. You only got to wear this stuff on a pendant, just like the green one that's name has escaped me again. Moldavite, to know what I'm talking about, right at the center. So if you aren't on some sort of spiritual journey, I would advise it. I would advise it, because something feels like it's the way these objects have kind of just spread out. You've got three orbits, 2 orbits and 1 at the center. You're new to this group, but I meant spiritually. Are you a practicing card reader? Do you read affirmation cards for yourself? Do you believe? Do you hear things? That kind of thing. I think it would be advisable for you to either get hold of a few sets of oracle cards, tarot cards, whatnot, join a circle and start listening to what you know. Never, right? I think you've got to start listening to those things that you just put down to life. Let me come back to that in a second. The second orbit is the healer, is the emotions, is the stability, is the strength, is the diamond, it's the what do you call them, double terminated quartz, all going around a central orbit around the outside. You've got the it is what it is, you've got the hand of fate, which is in control. You've also got a piece of not asteroid, meteorite. You've got the thinker, you've got you've got the angel, you've got the pain, all around the outside. So it's really quite odd. I don't know if you can see, but it's almost like a target board. The outer circle, the inner circle, and the Debian. Why do I keep going Debian Libic glass? Desert Libyan glass. The Yellowstone. And not one of these objects is touching. So it's almost as if there's this juggle of objects going around, which isn't perhaps making sense. You might be hearing things, and that in that time before going to sleep, that state before, when you're in between asleep and not asleep, that interim period, you might be seeing number patterns, you might be hearing voices, spiritual voices as opposed to any other. You might be seeing, I don't know if I've said number patterns or colors or lots of birds, excuse me. But it just feels quite an exciting little spread that doesn't actually say a lot because of the lack of connection all over. For example, the pain is on the outside pointing out, so there's no pain as I feel. It is what it is directly opposite the brain, which is obviously thinking. Hand of fate is saying all in control. The angel is facing down, so you kind of looking, things are looking at your spirits, looking down upon you. I'm going to cast just them again, I think, because it feels quite exciting. If you've got a spiritual circle around you, I'd perhaps have a word. Get yourself a deck of oracle cards to start with, nice and gentle, and start pulling a daily card for yourself and just see what comes out, or looking for more of the signs. I don't know if if any of your family have crossed over at all. Some of us are old enough where we've both got parents, etc., etc. And as I look for signs and signals, look for them and really look. Okay. Now we've got the complete opposite. They've got the 2 diamonds on the outer edge. You've got the pain being looped with this one, which is how it fell. So I'm feeling that, there's any discomfort, any heartache is just, you accept it, you see it for what it is, a learning opportunity, whatnot, and it doesn't sort of get in the way of you. Come on, show me what you've got. The hand of fate is now control. Right, okay. I want to pick you 2 up. So we've got I call it the hand of fate. It's a little pewter hand. and it had landed on top of the skeletal quartz. So even though that clashes with, not clashes, but it's, you know, the skeletal quartz is saying about opening up those closets, dealing with any sort of hidden or buried issues that keep coming up for you. But with a hand down, it's like it's got it in control. It feels very calm, Jackie, for you, as if things are okay. Nothing's, Jackie, just tell me, at the moment, is anything, nothing seems to be phasing you. It feels very much controlled as far as I don't say life, but you're not a controlling person, but you almost feel as if you're I don't want to say king of the castle, but kind of, you know what, fingers in pies, I'm keeping a good deal on things. But I think there's a bit more out there. Okay, definitely join my page. I do a little tutorage on this kind of thing, but if you don't, find somebody else, because I do think there is space and time for you to now to start listening and seeing and feeling so much more than perhaps beforehand. Do you know what I mean? I say, do you know what I mean, too often, so I apologize. Jackie, exciting times I feel for you, so I'll leave that there. Any set of oracle cards, just nice and comfy. Don't read the book, just get to know the feelings you have holding the cards, etc. Okay, that's true. I take each day as it comes and things that are going on. Good on you. I think we all could do with a lesson from that page of the book. Right, just clean these glasses. Just welcoming anybody else that's joined us since I started the last reading. I'm not sure if we have or not. Anybody else is? You're welcome, Jackie. Pleasure. Come and join my page if you'd love to. Hope you're well, Joanne. Hope you're well, Victoria. What else have we got? Just pop us a little message up if you're still here. Ooh, don't do that, Simon. Silly. We can't shuffle this. Right, let's see what we got. I am Catherine Newkirk. Catherine, here's your photo. Okay, I don't know how clearly you can see that, but the one I'm drawn to straight away, which was furthermost from, I don't know if you can see, that's a shell, furthermost from the pack, is this cowrie shell. You know what I mean? So this is in the pack to represent, well, partly represent emotions. Comes in from the sea, ebb and flow, all that kind of thing. But there is only two ways that most of these objects can fall. And with the cowrie shell, it's either teeth up or teeth down. Teeth up, like so, teeth down, like so. Teeth up, I see as I won't want to say a negative thing, but it stops me in my tracks, because I have to think about it, what it's meaning for you. It's almost as if they're biting back. So it's little nips. Now this could be tittle tattle going on around you, friends that are perhaps showing their true colors. It could be relationship wise, or someone's gone off and there's lies and rumors and all that kind of shenanigans. It's that. That's, if I could sum that, say it in a word, that's what I feel. There's a bit of somewhat going on, and it's on the outside of your collection, so it's going around, and it's there in your periphery, if that's the right word. But it's you're kind of listening about it. You know what? People can say whatever they like about me, as everybody can. But when you start to hear it, that's when it starts to get you. Do you know what I mean? I'm just going to repeat my earlier message to Jackie. Jackie, please accept my apologies. I very rarely accept friend requests because I set up Facebook incorrectly, and the Facebook, I don't have many friends, and when I mix business with personal life, you know, you'll end up with 1,000 so-called Facebook friends, and I get messages all time of the day or night. So I just made a kind of blanket decision to keep what I do separate to who I am, kind of thing, in it as far as the Facebook rules. So if I don't accept you, that's just me being safe, as it were. Not safe from you, but safe in general, and it's a blanket thing I'm doing. If you wanted to message me, by all means do so. Join the page and message me that way. So haven't heard of anything yet. Okay, I'm not saying it's going on, but that's what it feels like. Tittle tattle, there's something grating, you know, there's something going around. Not going around as in, oh, Jackie dance. There's something that just feels it isn't quite right at the moment. You know, there's yeah. With the choice piece of wood was parallel. Perpendicular, not parallel, perpendicular to the group, as it were. There you are. So that always flags up. What flags up? There's a brick wall. Choice in art choices. You have neither choices or options being refined. It is at the moment. Facebook user, that was a weird one. Facebook user with white heart. I don't know who that was. It's kind of socket and see at the moment, because there's no way out. If it was this way around, you'd have choices being presented. If that's way around, you'd have a direction being forced, kind of shown to you. But no. In the middle, you've got the meteorite fragment, historically used as a way of, because of the iron content and the magnetic content in there, they used to use them for finding north. This is right in the center. So, Catherine, I know you put up here, I could do with some guidance. I wonder whether that relates to it because you don't know where to go, what to do. You could technically stick this on a floating lollipop stick and it would pivot north to show you the way forth, as it were. And this was right in the center. So I don't know whether that resonates with you. But it smack bang there, as if to say, I'm not sure what to do about this. The hands like that, as if to say, come on, help me out, give it to me. You know, that's gonna kind of like, can I have some more? Can I have some guidance? There she was, looking hands up. The angel's also looking up, which kind of mirrors that same feeling. What next? Where am I going? What we're doing? Look, Jackie. Sorry, not Jackie. Catherine, I hope I can show you clearly. The nail, I hope I'm wrong about this. The nail is going right to the center. So I don't know whether you're hurting at the moment, or have been hurt, or in pain, upset. It's all feeling a little bit, you know. I'd love a response from Catherine just to say, I'd like her to say, Simon, you missed the point. You get it all wrong, because it feels as if, you know, Catherine, what was saying? It feels like there's a bit of a sore point at the moment. Needing to get a job. Okay, I need to get a job. Pain. Why am I getting pain? Yes, you could very easily link it to, okay, no job's going to be hurtful, this, that, and t'other. There's not an old injury pain, that kind of thing, or there's not like a niggling pain. because she was pointing right to the center. Right to the center. The healer's next to the angel. Don't have the vehicle to get to work. Catherine, all the others don't feel as if they're singing the same kind of feeling. Cast again. Cast again, Simon. Not having that. Cast again. Catherine, see if you can come back to me with a quick. You're not in any kind of discomfort, or there's no, oh, I need to go and get that check sort of thing, or that hurts every time I do this. There is a pain there, and it was only the point in the center. So it might be the start of something. It might be something you can just pop a few paracetamol, it goes away. Blah blah blah. Hi Renee, thank you for joining. No, you can't drop out. I hate to say it, but this bloody blooming shell right in the middle again, in the center. Emotions and chit chat about you and that kind of thing, and right in the center. Not really resonating yet. Do we get the job? Okay. Hands up then. The reason, I don't know why the job was taken from you. Could it be something to do with that? He says, she says. I really just feel that there is a bit of something going on and a little bit of discomfort. Come on, give Catherine something that I can understand. Catherine, please hold it on though this week and see if nails right in the center again. I'm not making this up. I'm not making it up. Right in the center, going into the shell. See? Right in the center. Okay, Catherine, this is one of those rare occasions I'm going to say, you know what? I'm going to say thank you for letting me cast these things for you. I've got what I've got. I can't seem to get any more sense out of the objects. But just keep in mind what I've said. I mean, yeah, just see what happens this week and let me know, please, if it suddenly drops into place. It is past, I believe. Tomorrow you've got Lainey Blaine here at 6 o'clock in the evening. Thank you again for, okay, Catherine, no problem. Thank you again, Veronica, for letting me work here this evening. I will be here again next Saturday at Sunday at 5:30. Have a cracking week, and I'll see you soon. Take care. Thank you. Bye-bye.